It takes intelligence and determination for a woman who has fled a country as a refugee to return years later and rise to become a member of parliament. Mary James Kuku, a mother of two from Sudan, has lived this experience. Though she has traveled and lived in several East African countries, she was always determined to return to Sudan and work with the women at the grassroots level who are struggling to survive. The struggle of Anuba women with a quest to empower the women and girls who are victims of war. Mary is an indigenous woman born in the Nuba Mountains, an area where access to public services such as education and health care is quite difficult. Some of her relatives, who are leaders in the Nuba community, encouraged her to pursue education so that she could make a better life for herself. So Mary left the community to study in Khartoum and eventually went to become a teacher. Still, she always wanted to return to work with the community, especially the women there who had very little voice and particularly had hit with poverty and illiteracy. Throughout high school and university, she was always a leader and involved in student politics, a clue to her future political career on the national stage. After fleeing war and settling as a refugee in Nairobi, May was able to find employment with a number of development organizations where she worked as a gender officer and financial officer. Later, with other women, she founded Sudanese Women Voice for Peace organization where she acted as a liaison between the organization and women at the grassroots level. While still in Kenya, she undertook training in peace building and reconciliation, trauma counseling, and human rights, which equipped her with skills to help foster peace in Sudan. Seeing the need to support vulnerable women of the Nuba community at the community level who faced violence and extreme poverty, this prompted her to form the Labaya Nuba Women's Development Organization. The aim of the organization is to improve the socioeconomic status of women, ensuring full and effective participation in development, human rights training, education, peace and reconciliation, rehabilitation, spirituality, and research. The organization has implemented various activities on community development, peace building, and reconciliation, and economic empowerment in support of the indigenous women and girls who are victims of war of the Nuba Mountains. She works closely with the African Indigenous Women's Organization, a regional network, and has been able to participate in some of the international meetings on the rights of indigenous women. There's a lot to be done to ensure the security of the Nuba women and girls, and the Lubaya hopes that they will be able to work towards a better quality of life for the Nuba peoples.